Now, you know why they asked me to speak to you today? They asked me to speak to you today because they want me to get you motivated.
For decades, Michael Solomon has traveled across America, helping clients achieve greater success. Business, career, motivational expert, and best-selling author Michael Solomon, known as the Motivator, is a highly sought-after best-selling author and speaker. He's known for his notorious wit and entertaining personalized programs and seminars. Michael provides keynote addresses and breakout conferences for corporate events and association meetings that are drop-dead funny, inspirational, and full of proven research results on what the most successful do differently.
I want to thank my mother for writing that beautiful introduction. I am so glad you're here. I really mean that. You don't know what I go through sometimes as a public speaker. Let me tell you what happened in my last presentation. I was supposed to speak before an audience of about 1,000 people. And what happened was I get out on stage. I'm standing backstage, actually, with the stage manager. And we're looking out in the audience, and every seat in the house is completely empty. Absolutely empty. And I'm standing there. I look at my watch. I look at the time. I've got the venue. Everything is right. And I'm standing there, and the manager looks at me, and all of a sudden we hear the door open, and one person comes in, sits down in the seat right up front where this young lady's sitting. And he said, "There's your audience." So I went on, I spoke. After 40 minutes, he got up, gave me a standing ovation. I thought that was nice. And I said, "Do you have any questions?" He says, "No." He said, "I understood everything you said." I said, "Well, thank you very much." I says, I get up, and I'm getting off the stage, I'm walking up the aisle, and he runs after me. He says, "Where are you going?" I says, "I'm flying back to Palm Beach. I'm done, I'm finished." He says, "No, stay, I'm the next speaker." So
Michael has the influence to make you think far outside the box, to take your business, career, or personal relationship way beyond the next level. All meetings need a commanding speaker. Michael Solomon is that speaker.
Let's take a look at perception for a second. 3 baseball umpires are talking about perception, and they're trying to define the word. And the first one says, "There are balls and strikes, and I call them as I see them." And the second one says, "No, you're wrong." He says, "There are balls and strikes, and I call them as they are." And the third umpire looks at the first two, and he says, "No, gentlemen," he says, "you're both wrong." He says, "There are balls and there are strikes, but they're nothing until I call them." So how does that pertain to perception? Well, let's say you're in the working world, and you're a splicer for the phone company, and all day long you splice broken wires. At the end of the day, you go home, and your wife says, "What'd you do all day?" "Oh, I fixed 500 broken wires." Well, if that's all you think of yourself as doing, then that's all you're ever going to be, is a wire splicer. But if you think of yourself as the guy who keeps the lines of communications going so little Timmy and Mary can call grandma and grandpa on holidays and their birthdays, you think of yourself as a little more important. Or the guy that keeps the lines going so businesses can conduct business every day long, and communications going. You think a little bit better of yourself.
He will work with you to customize a critical message that will influence, entertain, and enlighten your group as he merges his entertaining and enlightening presentation style into today's relevant subject matter. If you've seen many speakers and believe your people have heard it all, now is the time for something fresh, fun, daring, and different.